Hi, I'm Carl Tannenbaum, Chief Economist for Northern Trust. The pandemic has been with us for more than 2 years. At the moment, fortunately, case numbers are declining and stress on medical systems is receding. Many are cautiously looking forward to returning to offices and more normal patterns of activity this spring. While the COVID-19 virus hasn't disappeared, societies around the world are working towards living with the virus. Like a number of other viral diseases, COVID-19 infections will still take place, but broadened levels of vaccination and improved therapies for those who become ill mean that restrictions to safeguard public health may no longer need to be as stringent. This will allow commerce, and life in general, to feel more normal. One country that remains very conservative in its containment measures is China. Its zero-COVID policy is still in place. Earlier this year, several major cities were locked down after what appeared to be modest outbreaks. China has persisted with this strategy because its population remains very vulnerable to the disease. Vaccines employed in China are much less effective than the products used in the West. While the Chinese public has shown impressive resilience during the pandemic, the same cannot be said for China's industry. Each new lockdown impairs manufacturing and shipping networks, with ripple effects moving upstream and downstream within supply chains. Because China is such a nexus in the global production of goods, these consequences are quickly exported to other countries. The result can be shortages, delays, and inflation. Internally, the zero-COVID policy has limited the Chinese economy. Policymakers there have been forced to apply additional stimulus in spite of their long-term goal of weaning industries from government dependence. Many of those industries are also slated for some rationalization as China works to meet commitments to control climate change. China is also working through challenges presented by its property sector. Outside observers have long suspected that China has a housing bubble. The failure of a prominent developer has threatened a cascade of losses and defaults that will have to be carefully controlled. All of this suggests that economic growth in China this year will be less robust than it has been in the past. And that may have consequences for the sustainability of China's debts, which are among the highest in the world. Eventually, China will be forced to learn to live with COVID-19. But until they do, outbreaks of the virus in China will continue to afflict the global economy. And that's The View from here.